Live from Fox 5, welcome to the News Block.
And here are top stories on the News Block. A live look outside right now as some showers and storms will be moving through our area tonight and into tomorrow. We're tracking the full forecast. But first, marking 2 years since Hamas's attack on Israel, the world pausing to remember the tragic events that unfolded that day. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Antoine Lewis. Thanks for joining us for the News Block. Dozens of hostages, both dead and alive, remain in Gaza 2 years later. Hamas militants killed 1,200 people and abducted another 251 that day in Israel in 2023. 48 hostages remain inside Gaza. 20 of them are believed by Israel to still be alive. Israel's offensive in the ongoing war has killed tens of thousands of people in the Gaza Strip. And peace talks are underway right now between Israel and Hamas in Egypt. Hamas says it will release the remaining hostages only in exchange for a lasting ceasefire and an Israeli withdrawal. We begin our coverage with Lisa Evers live in studio downstairs, actually, with a closer look at what's going on by way of memorials and the ceasefire talks that are underway. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Antoine. Well, somber memorials are marking the 2-year anniversary of the October 7th attack on Israel by Hamas. They killed more than 1,200 people and took more than 250 others hostage. 48 hostages remain, with 20 believed to still be alive. And now there's a new hope that President Trump's Mideast peace deal will bring them all home. Now, in southern Israel, hundreds gathered today at a powerful and moving memorial to the more than 375 victims killed while attending the Nova Music Festival on October 7th, 2023. Israeli soldiers provided security while they remembered those who went to a concert and never made it home. The attack on Israel, targeting mostly civilians, started the Gaza war between Israel and Hamas. The United Nations says it has claimed the lives of more than 66,000 Palestinians. Negotiators from the U.S., Hamas, and Israel are on their second day of peace talks in Egypt right now. President Trump has proposed a 20-point peace plan, which would end the war. It provides for a return of the hostages and ensures the safety for both Gaza residents as well as Israeli citizens. Now, all day long, the NYPD has remained on alert for any threats against Jewish synagogues and cultural institutions, while intelligence units work behind the scenes, monitoring any suspicious online activity. 21-year-old Idan Alexander is a dual American-Israeli citizen and former IDF soldier. He's scheduled to meet with President Trump 2 years after he was taken hostage by Hamas and was held for nearly 600 days before being released. Here's what he said in Tenafly last week at a street renaming in his honor.
Every time I see this road, I'll remember not just the struggle, but the love and unity that brought me back home.
And President Trump's peace plan has received widespread international backing from around the world. People hope and pray that this will end the bloodshed and suffering in the Mideast once and for all. Antoine, back to you.
All right, Lisa, thank you for that. Today, a vigil was held near the Kennedy Center in the nation's capital, marking the 2 years since the October 7th terror attacks in Israel. Some of those who attended the vigil were hostages themselves. They vowed to keep fighting for freedom for all who are still being held in captivity in Gaza. Many in our area are among the thousands of families still grieving. Omer Nutra, an Israeli-American citizen who was previously believed to be alive and held hostage in Gaza, was killed during the October 7th attacks. And our Jody Goldberg spoke with his parents who live on Long Island.
For more than 700 days, Ronan and Orna Nutra have been counting. Each piece of tape, each number. Another day without their son Omer.
I couldn't have imagined in my worst nightmares that we'd still be in this position 2 years later.
They went from private parents to public advocates overnight, making sure the world knew their son Omer, a tank commander in the IDF, was being held hostage by Hamas in Gaza.
They were just there a month to defend the border, not knowing that the attack on Israel will be the biggest in its history.
We would speak almost every day, and he had just come back to the base, and he said, you know, Mom, things have calmed down. We're expecting a quiet holiday, completely casual call, and we were like, okay, talk tomorrow.
For 421 days, they held on to hope that he was still alive.
For 14 months, you're in this fight.
Until the devastating news Omer was among those killed on October 7th, the deadliest day for Jews since the Holocaust.
On December 1st, 2024, the intelligence received new information that dated back to October 7th. And based on that information, they concluded that Omer died that day in the tunnels of Hamas because he didn't receive the medical attention that he should have received. You know, it's something that neither the mind nor the heart can really accept.
After the news, a memorial service was held in Omer's honor at his family synagogue in Syosset, but his body to this day is still being held in Gaza.
Our life is on hold. We're stuck.
The Nutras want people to remember not just Omer's murder, but his extraordinary life. The grandson of 2 Holocaust survivors felt a responsibility to defend Israel, and he did so with pride.
Omer was very much a part of this community. He was like a natural leader, and the kids gravitated toward him.
And just steps away from the Nutras' home is a new basketball court in Omer's name. It's the game he loved in his hometown. The only thing missing is him.
This is where I taught him how to bike on this court. That's where we shot the first hoops. It's just so symbolic that now we see his name there.
The family plans to keep wearing Omer's face on their shirts. They call it their uniform in what feels like a never-ending fight. They've met with elected officials, pleaded with leaders, yet 2 years later, and they're still waiting.
Announcements are good and talks about a deal, and it's all good, but we need action. We need them back.
With a possible ceasefire deal on the table, one that could bring home the remaining Israeli hostages, 20 alive and 28 who are dead, including Omer, the Nutras say they're cautiously hopeful.
It brings a lot of hope, a lot of anticipation, but also we're protecting ourselves because we have been in this spot multiple times before.
Their message to Hamas is simple.
Let those people go. The suffering of innocent people is so unnecessary.
Support from the community has given the Nutras the strength to keep going, but they say there will be no closure until all hostages come home. On Long Island, Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News.
And our coverage marking the 2 years since October 7th continues all day on Fox 5, both on air as well as on the Fox Local app. Developing right now, the NYPD is asking for your help finding the parents or guardians of an unidentified young boy. Take a look at this picture. On Monday, investigators got a call that this child was found all alone on Seagirt Boulevard in Far Rockaway, Queens, around 5:30 in the morning. Police say that he is around 5 years old and weighs about 80 pounds. His hair is braided. He was wearing a white tank top and tan shorts. If you recognize him or have any information, you are asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number, 1-800-577-TIPS. All right, turning now to the weather, let's take a live look outside. We know that some showers are in the forecast, but Chief Meteorologist Nick Gregory, I guess the question is the where and the when, sir.
Yes, well, we're going to have that too. We have, again, some changes coming our way as we talked about this beautiful, mild weather, really summer-type weather over the last couple of days, Antoine. But, you know, we're still up around 80 at Poughkeepsie, high 70s in the city, 80 at Newark, and 70s to even low 70s as you head on the east end with, again, the wind coming up off the ocean. Right now, the wind continues out of the south-southwest about 10 to 15 miles per hour. It'll be a bit gusty overnight, 25-plus miles per hour, because we have an approaching cold front. And here's showers now from Burlington, Vermont, down about Pittsburgh and further south. And again, those showers are going to be coming our way. So the high pressure that gave us the great weather, the mild weather, again, that's located offshore. So that south-southwesterly wind will be eventually replaced by this cold front moving through that will switch around the wind and bring down cooler temperatures. Overnight, showers arrive, and especially as we get towards the first part of tomorrow morning, we'll see temperatures stay mild, mostly in the 60s and 50s north and west. Could be a couple of thunderstorms out the door in the morning. Here's your 8 o'clock timestamp. The shower threat pretty much there till about lunchtime. And then some sun should break through as we go into the afternoon. But look at the temperatures tomorrow. Only in the middle to mostly upper 60s to even about 70 degrees, I think, for the city. Even cooler tomorrow night. We're going down into the upper 30s, some northern suburbs, to the 50s, even upper 40s around town. And then as we head on in towards Thursday, a beautiful sunny day, but it's going to be cool. We'll be struggling to get over that 60-degree mark as well. Then as we move towards the weekend, Antoine, we might be on the lookout for a potential coastal storm, and that could produce some problems by Sunday into Monday. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, you bet we will. All right, Nick, thank you. Also developing, Attorney General Pam Bondi testifying on Capitol Hill today, where she faced criticism that she's weaponized the Justice Department. Appearing before a congressional hearing, Bondi faced tough questions over political pressure to weaponize the DOJ to go after Donald Trump's perceived foes like James Comey. During opening remarks, Bondi said that the Biden DOJ was the one that weaponized the department, having brought 2 criminal cases against Trump. Bondi was also criticized by Democratic lawmakers for not releasing the files on Jeffrey Epstein, something many Republican lawmakers have also wanted done.